guys, welcome to another episode of Moto Stories with Unkie Phil, and this is a special one because this is the holidays. I don't care what you celebrate. Around the motorcycle shop, the holidays is a chance. We always get down in the dumps, man. It's autumn, things really slow down because we're in Cleveland, Ohio, and that means there's not a lot of demand for motorcycles after about Halloween. So just when everybody's kind of in that November funk of not selling bikes, then things start to get weird with the Christmas. And we've sold a bike a day for the past 15 days, and they've all been Christmas related in one way or another. And you can imagine it's gonna be pretty obvious. You can be like, well, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna buy a gift for my loved one, my son, my daughter, my spouse. And I need a beer for this. So my standby, Great Lakes Christmas Ale, can't go wrong with that. Always good to have some kind of a beer opener with you. Recommend that as best technique possible, the Gerber tool, and then just a rapid, nice, triumphant exit. Let me see. Nutmeg, cinnamon, everything a growing boy needs. So when we think about those Christmas time buyers, you think, oh, that's great. I'm gonna be the best dad ever. I'm gonna be the best mom ever. I'm gonna buy somebody a motorcycle or a scooter for Christmas. And you're like, yeah, that's great. If you could just press a button and make that happen, it'd be the greatest thing ever. But what people don't realize is their momentary brilliant idea will require a lot of other moving parts to all slide into place at the exact right moment. Now, one of the big things you should probably think about before you have this great idea of putting a scooter or a motorcycle under the Christmas tree is, how are you gonna get that thing to your Christmas tree? That in itself, I've got a lot of people who have these unrealistic. We have a competition at our shop to see who can sell the last bike of the year, and usually it's a Christmas bike. But the number of people that will come into our shop on Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve and fully expect to be able to buy a bike and have it delivered to their house, and then have it magically taken up the front stairs and magically taken down the hallway and magically moved into the family room and magically put under the tree and decorated by the guy that sold the bike to them, who was fully planning on being off for Christmas so he could have Christmas with his family. Many times I go out of town on like December 19th or so, and I'm just not even in Cleveland anymore. I don't know who's gonna deliver that bike, but we've done it. Just the other day, I delivered a Vespa scooter into a woman's apartment, into her apartment. That means in the front of the building, up the elevator, down the hallway, into the apartment, where she's gonna decorate it like a Christmas tree. I love the spirit of that, by the way, it's so cool. But again, she's the fourth floor apartment. So that was one of our adventures. Yesterday, I got to deliver a scooter to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a Vespa. If you don't think Vespas are a hot Christmas gift, you were wrong. We sell the SSR little pit bikes and stuff. We sold a lot of those for Christmas. But the Vespas that's just next level right there. That's a commitment. And I delivered this bike to Pittsburgh, and I delivered it to the guy, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm really glad you showed up. I'm gonna go hide this in my neighbor's garage. There's a guy who's thinking, he had a plan. I like it when people have a plan. It makes my life a lot easier when people have a plan. He worked it out with the neighbor. He could get the neighbor's garage door open. We loaded the bike into the neighbor's garage. It's gonna be perfect for Christmas morning. And we loaded the bike in the garage, and he's kind of like, yeah, I'm really glad this worked out, man. I'm really glad you showed up. We went to Disney, me and my wife and my 5-year-old, my 7-year-old, my 9-year-old. And he said, it cost me about $2,300 a day to go to Disney and do 10 years worth of damage to my marriage and my family. He said, this scooter, a lot is riding on this scooter. Whether or not I have to call in a divorce attorney may be riding on this scooter as a result of the damage that 4 days of Disney did to my relationship with my family. That gives you an idea of how intense people can be when it comes to those Christmas gifts at that time of the year. And we get it left, right, and center. We get people that show up and they'll be like, do you have mini dirt bikes? Yes, we have mini dirt bikes. No, I need it now. Yeah, okay, that's fine, I can do that. We've got them pretty much prepped. We'll put gas in it, fire it up, show you how it works. Doesn't matter, just put it in the back of my car right now. I promised my wife I was gonna get my son the best Christmas present ever back in October. And we've got a week left. And I got nothing. I'm like, oh man. So it's really fun to be part of getting somebody their first motorcycle. That's a blast. That's the coolest thing in the world, to be like, This 9-year-old got a dirt bike for Christmas and I was somehow a part of that. That's just rad. That's the coolest thing in the world. But I've also seen it melt down. I've seen people that were like, yeah, I'm gonna show up on Christmas and we've got the bike prepped and we're usually open Christmas Eve if it doesn't fall on a Sunday or a Monday. And we'll usually be here for him. And the bike is prepped and ready to go and we're looking at the clock going, he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. And every year there's been at least one person, one mom or dad, who promised that they were gonna pick a bike up and have it in the house for Christmas. And every year there's been one that just didn't work it out. And then we feel terrible because we don't come back into work until after Boxing Day. Like we're back in on the 27th or the 28th and there sits this bike. And we're looking over at the phone and the answering, like the voicemail is just flashing. And we're like, oh, this is gonna be ugly. This is gonna be horrendous. But there is a way you can save it. If you're that guy or if you're that mom, go buy a toy. Buy a toy Vespa, buy a toy dirt bike, buy a toy motorcycle, and wrap it up, or get a helmet and wrap it up and give that to your loved one. The guy who works at your local motorcycle shop is going to thank you for a mid-January delivery. Or hell, if you're like us, we'll give you free winter storage and we won't start your warranty until you pick it up in the spring. That's a real strong tip from your Unkie Phil. So I hope you guys have an excellent Christmas. We're gonna drop these out and make sure you get them before Christmas time. Just a little bit of help you get through the holidays. Maybe an adult beverage or two. We love you guys. Ride fast and take chances.